Welcome everyone. Now as we are in Module 2, we're going to start looking at the individual building block of matter a little bit more closely. This means protons, neutrons, and electrons. The different numbers of each of these subatomic particles that make up the atom will define the atom very much so. And we'll learn that there are terms to denote when just one of these numbers changes. For example, if we have the same number of protons but a different number of electrons between two pieces of matter, those would be ions of one another. Ion would be a charged particle. So watch these videos. Please reach out anytime if you have any questions, and note that one of the real take-homes here is going to be understanding how ionic compounds interact and work. They come up in healthcare all the time, and I hope you enjoyed what you learned in this chapter. In Module 1, we talked about measurement and how to convert and just how to understand measuring and calculating with matter better. So let's take a little step back and look at what matter even is, starting with the smallest building blocks of matter, which is likely something that you've explored a little bit already. And to begin this, let's talk about what is matter. It's anything that has mass and occupies space. We could call it stuff. Air is matter, solids are matter, your pencil is matter, your computer is matter. Matter is stuff. And if it is matter, then it's made up of atoms. And atoms are the smallest building block of matter. These are too small to be seen with the naked eye, but we do need to understand how the different component atoms that make up matter change its properties. If something is made up of mostly a certain type of atom, that would change its property. If atoms are connected in different ways, that might change its property. That is going to be the overarching theme of this module. And so atoms come in different types. Each atom is called an element. And so we may have heard of some of these atoms already. Let's look at the periodic table of elements, which outlines all the different varieties of atom we might have to deal with. And we see some familiar ones on this chart. I see carbon, I see oxygen, I see hydrogen. These are different types of atoms. They're all located on the periodic table of elements, and if something is made up of only one type of atom, then we'll call it an element. So oxygen is an element that only has atoms of oxygen within it. This periodic table is something you can use for all of your exams. It'll be available on anything that you're doing in this course, anything in chemistry. It's really useful. This is the single best one-page document in science, and learning how to use it and get the most of its potential is what we're going to start doing for this course here, studying chemistry. Elements can be grouped into a variety of different classifications based on their physical and chemical properties. Metals, nonmetals, metalloids, and I would say for the most part the distinction that we want to focus on is metals versus nonmetals. Metalloid, they kind of can do either. They don't really come up all that much. The ones that come up the most often are nonmetals like carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and the metals, these all come up, a variety amount of the time. So they all have a 1 or 2 letter abbreviation. When you're using your exams, you'll have one that has the name underneath as well. So no need to worry about memorizing the entire periodic table. The focus is how to use the periodic table, how to predict what matter is going to take the form of based on its ingredients. And these are all things that we're going to explore in the coming video.